Hello there, I hope you're doing well today. I bought a really interesting sketchbook. I looked online for a load of reviews and there's literally nothing, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. This is the Cardi Fat Book. I love Cardi paper, so I really wanted to try this one out. It's a lovely square, look at that size, isn't it lovely? It's only 100 GSM, but it's 100% cotton, so that's going to be really interesting to see how it compares to the other ones. The binding isn't amazing, so I'm hoping it's not going to fall apart. We're going to be painting the first page in a sketchbook, which is the most scary page. Yeah. Here's the Cardi sketchbook. I am so excited to start on this. I actually have removed this paper once before and it's a nightmare to get on, so I've left it back on this time. I have used Cardi paper before, but this one has a slightly lower GSM. I usually get scared of the first page, and so I just fill it with swatches just to fill it up, or I leave it until the very end. So today, I'm gonna try and conquer that fear, and I'm gonna do an actual painting on the first page. I'm gonna do a really simple watercolor portrait. It's gonna be nice and flowy, and it's gonna be quick. This entire video will be in real time. I'm gonna go in with no sketch. It's a little bit crazy, but I think the eyes are gonna be about here maybe. This is kind of where I see the eyes being, and then it's going to go down. The nose is going to be about here. I did splatter a load of water accidentally, but it should be fine. And then the mouth, I see the mouth being about here maybe. Eyebrows will kind of go up here. I do really like this technique. I find it fun, but it can be stressful if things go wrong because there's really no way to fix it. So I think the nose is a little bit wonky. I'm going to do it a little bit further along, kind of here, and then do the mouth a little bit higher, I reckon. I'm gonna do quite bushy eyebrows, I think. I don't know, that's just kind of what I've been feeling lately. I just think that they're really fun. I feel like if I'd have spent ages on the first page, then honestly, it probably just wouldn't go well because I do get a bit anxious by the first page. So I feel like this experience kind of gets rid of that anxiety because I just have to get it done quickly before it starts to dry. And I do find it really fun as well. Now I've got the basics down, I'm just going to start adding a little bit more colour, just making it a little bit more exciting.
It feels like the end of an era, the last time that we'll be together. Might sneak up on us overnight.
I'm gonna add a little bit of green. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I think it might be quite fun.
You never know when we'll say goodnight.
At the moment, I've only used 2 shades.
So while you're here, I'll waste no tears on wishing we had more time. just want you to know how much you mean to me, how much I still need you. I can't lie, my heart is broken, won't leave these things unspoken. I know you'll have to leave, I just can't believe that this is it, isn't it?
This is Cascade Green, and I find this green like absolutely beautiful. It's a new edition that I got from Daniel Smith. I think I got it for Christmas.
Maybe further, but we will still be together for every milestone in our lives. You're all grown up, moving along. You found exactly where you belong, and I know that we'll still have our ties. So while we're here, let's give a cheer to everything we've gone through. I can't lie, I'm sad to see you go, but I just want you to know how much you mean to me, how much I'll still need you. I can't lie, my heart is broken, won't leave these things unspoken. I know you'll have to leave, I just can't believe that this is it, isn't it? This is it. This is it, isn't it? This is it. I guess I forgot to say that I know you'll be phenomenal. They don't even realize just what you're capable of. If I don't remember to say goodbye, I hope that's okay, 'cause that makes it all too real for me. I can't lie, I'm sad to see you go, but I just want you to know how happy I am for you. I wish the best for you.
Bit of a treat today. I'm actually using my fancy palette that has like Daniel Smith and Schmincke in. I really love it, but I've not used it for a while because I said that I would only use it for like originals, and I'm not doing them super often.
Isn't it? This is it. This is it.
I'm just gonna add a little bit of Pyrrole Red now because I feel like it needs a bit more colour. I've only used a few shades and I've kind of used them without mixing really, but I feel like it needs a little bit of brightness. I might just splatter some dots on as well. I'm hoping that they'll start to look like freckles. Maybe. That one might not look like a freckle. The only thing that I do think has happened is I think one side looks a lot better than the other. Which I do generally have a favourite eye when I paint eyes, but it's not great. I feel like it looks a bit messy on this side, which it kind of does. don't know whether to add a jawline, to be honest, because I have done that before and it has kind of worked, but I don't know if it's really needed. It's more like a face. I don't think it would really work because the jawline would actually cut into the page quite a lot. I think I might need to leave this to dry just a little bit. I don't really have much of a plan now. I'm just kind of adding dollops. I don't know. I feel like it does still need a little bit more colour, but it's kind of blending into each other quite a lot. I might need to wait for it to dry a little bit. Sometimes that can go wrong though. If I leave it to dry, it can go really messy, and then when I try and add more paint, it just kind of is completely wet on dry and it just doesn't work. So it's kind of like trying to figure out where I can stop, basically. It's definitely messy. I might splatter some green. I don't know, I feel like splatters is kind of what makes this piece work a little bit. I've done this kind of style before and I just really liked it, so I wanted to try it again. There might be a little bit too many splatters. I would like to have some proper freckles as well, but I feel like they're just gonna go everywhere. Yep. Maybe later on. It does definitely look fun though. I don't know, I'm half tempted to blast it with a hairdryer, but I don't think that will work really. What I would like is the eyes to be a little bit more obvious that they're kind of eyes and separated. It's this one that kind of blends together, I think. That's sort of the problem. But at the same time, I might be able to add some gel pen like once it's dry. I don't usually go in with a second layer when I've done this style in the past. I say usually, I've only done this style a few times. But every time I've done this style, I've done it in different sketchbooks. I did one in my Canson, which I'm usually not a fan of, but I think it actually worked okay in the Canson. I did one in the Stillman & Birn, which I hoped would go well because it's like the highest GSM, it's quite heavy paper, and it was really disappointing, it didn't go very well. And then I did one in my Hoo Hoo, and I think that was actually kind of the best one. I'm gonna leave this to dry, and then I might add some white gel pen over it. Hi there, I'm back. The lighting has changed a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is all dry. There's a little bit down here that's wet, so I'll just try not to dunk my finger in. I have these 3 Jelly Roll pens. I've got the 10, the 8 and the 5, and I generally don't use the 8, but the 5 and the 10 I think could be really helpful. I'm thinking of adding like a highlight to the eye, possibly going around the waterline, but I don't know if that might be a bit too much. Maybe a little bit in the brows as well, and possibly lashes, but I'm really not sure about that. I don't want to ruin it. Let's do a highlight in the eye for starters, because I would like that, but it's still risky. I got a bit scared and wanted to do this one smaller because I really like this eye. I think I do quite like them. Try and do a little bit in the eyebrows, I think. I don't know, sometimes I know a lot of people do add white to the eyebrows, but it does kind of scare me. I don't want to ruin it. Just trying to get some of those details down, really. This is going to be a little bit hard as a right-handed person. Once it's down, there's not really much I can do. I mean, I could do like a light watercolour layer over the top, but I really don't want to do that. I might just try and do a little bit of this waterline. I'm not really sure how, though. grab the 10 and, I don't know, just try and do something to that. Okay, I don't know if that's really saved it, but we did something. And then I really do quite like this one, so I'm not really sure about this one. Yeah, I feel like it went a little bit too high and it just doesn't look great. Which has kind of put me off wanting to do more. I'm gonna do maybe a little bit here, just as like a reflection on the nose. This nose, it hasn't really gone to plan, but I do really like this bloom, so I might just leave it like that. And then I'll try and add a little bit of highlight here. Okay, that is a bit of a highlight. Don't want to go overboard. I do quite like that. Next one to consider is the lashes. I really don't know about this one. I might actually paint over it a little bit, but I don't know about lashes. I do struggle a little bit with a 5. Maybe I'll try using the 8 instead. I'm afraid the lighting has changed, as you can see. There's only so much I can really do about that. There we go, I think that's a little bit better. And then the lighting will like change again, some will go away. Oh, this is scary. I'm not very good at lashes at the best of times, so honestly, yeah, I think I might just not. I'm gonna paint over a tiny bit just to try and disguise it, but I don't know if it's really gonna work. Yeah, the lashes, they weren't a great move. Yeah, I might just go over a little bit of a bit that it's just a bit too white. I'm not really sure about it. I don't mind these ones too much, but still, I think it might look a little bit better. There's not really a lot that I can do about the nose at this point. I might just do a little bit of something to define it, but if it's like too defined, it might just look a little bit weird. So even now, I feel like I need to just loosen that up a little bit, because yeah, it will just look a little bit too odd if it's defined a bit too much. The first page is all done. What do you guys think? Please let me know down below whether you like it or not. After about 6 sketchbooks of just doing swatches and not proper pages for the first page, I'm really happy with this one. I feel like when you open it, it's just kind of, it sets the mood for the book and I really love it. I know it's a little bit wonky. It's kind of okay-ish. It's because I was on like the right side of my tripod and it's a bit wonky, but it's okay. We can just ignore that. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know whether you like this style of video. I'm trying out something new. I knew this one would be quite quick anyway, but this has taken me like less than 30 minutes and I'm really happy with it. It's a little bit spooky not having a sketch underneath, but I really love how this one has turned out. This is a slightly different kind of video, so please let me know if you've enjoyed it by liking and subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.